I'm absolutely delighted to have been invited to contribute to the techUK Women in Tech campaign. My name is Katherine and I wear a number of incredible hats. The first is the Tech Plus Director for Grace, an emerging talent company focused on encouraging more young women into digital and data roles and supporting the development of their early careers. The second is the Health Tech Practice Lead for SmartCo, an agile boutique IT consultancy. I sit on the exec board of Tech London Advocates Women in Tech and the Women in Data Women's Health Project SteerCo. And today's question is, what more needs to be done to support a more equitable tech sector? Well, where to start? Despite decades of tireless activism, of campaigning, of legislation, of regulation, the situation remains pretty dire. In the UK today, only 26% of tech roles are filled by women. Half of the young women in tech roles are likely to leave by age 35, often citing non-inclusive company culture. The women who do persevere face seemingly relentless challenges, managing childcare and work, hitting the glass ceiling, and if getting through that, facing the glass cliff. It feels remarkable that any make it to the top, but we do. Close to 40% of FTSE 100 board roles are filled by women, showing that regulation does work. It is notable, however, that 91% of those roles are non-exec roles. Only 5% of tech leadership roles are filled by women at all. And for many women, this stage of our careers will coincide with the menopause, the impact of which can be devastating. An estimated 900,000 women leave the workplace every year due to the impact of the menopause on their lives and their employers' inability to recognise this and flex to support their workforce. We're losing some of the most valuable members of our workforce at a time we're at the peak of our power. This impacts on leadership and executive board diversity, on gender pay gaps, and of course on productivity. It also impacts on the next generation of women coming up through the ranks who may still not see the role models who will inspire their future careers. To bring this to life, the NHS, which is suffering a huge workforce crisis, the largest employer of women in Europe, has 260,000 women of menopausal age, of which 1 in 85 is likely to leave their roles and a further 1 in 48 reduce their hours. We cannot afford to lose any women from the workforce, but especially not these women. The government recently rejected a series of recommendations from a cross-party Women and Equalities Committee to offer more support to menopausal women in the workplace. Current legal protection is under age, gender, and disability discrimination provisions. Menopause is not a disability. It is a natural part of ageing, which for some women has devastating physical and mental health impacts. These are exacerbated by health misogyny, by stigma, by lack of knowledge and lack of understanding in society, in the workplace, and by poorly available specialist women's healthcare services. The Women and Equalities Committee call for changes in legislation to make menopause discrimination illegal, making it a protected characteristic under the 2010 Equality Act. And when this was rejected, it was barely with any debate. My call to action is to review this decision for the government to decisively offer women the legal protection we need until societal attitudes and support available to us catches up and we are able to exist and thrive through this difficult time in our lives. Thank you.